Welcome back, guys. So today is the big day. We are going to install 2 ground rods and then we're firing the system up.
Yeah, so we do a good startup, program a few things, we'll go over all that stuff, and then we're gonna go over the cost of the entire system.
Yep, so that's it. We're ready to rock and roll. I'm super excited about this.
You are now, you're gonna get the power on, but here's the thing. You're gonna be working with the shovel.
Yeah, I know.
We're digging a minute. I can't drive them down. It's a complete pain, so we're gonna go ahead and dig down 2.5 feet.
Yep.
Aaron's gonna dig down 2.5 feet. I'll watch. And we'll throw the ground rods in, bury them, and then we're firing this bad boy up.
It's worth it, and I am going to have an ice cream sundae tonight, so it's all good.
Says who?
Says me in my belly. All right,
Them hips don't lie. Yep, let's go. Hey, toss it right here, girl. You know, the obvious ain't so obvious sometimes.
Hey, Mom.
Instead of launch it like over your head that way, just toss it right there.
Thanks, boss.
You're welcome. When you're done, I'll see you in my office.
That's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the trenches dug in for our 2 ground rods. Luckily, thank you to the tractor, I only had to do minimal digging.
Yep. So now we're gonna do is take the ground rods and the wire and put them on the acorn and tighten them up, throw them back in the trench and backfill, and we're done.
Yep.
Easy.
Sorrows will be done when we finally sober. They'll be gone. Trees will burn, the lights will melt, but your face remains the same. But your face remains the same.
Alright guys, so we turned everything on. We started out outside, turned disconnect on. We got power coming to the charge controller, and then we went here. We went ahead and hit this disconnect to turn the inverter on, and also for the battery. So now everything's turned on. You see, I'll go see that the green light saying it's charging. We have a few events coming up. What a pretty much event is either a bunch of warnings. What it is, it says F.48. That's saying the batteries are undercharged. This right here is saying batteries undercharged also. Looking at our control panel, got our system settings. We have our XW5548, which is our inverter. We have our XW MPPT80, which is our charge controller. And we have our battery monitor, which is our battery monitor to my right. Let's start off with the XW5548. Going down, going to the settings. Right there, we clicked battery type with lithium ion. The capacity is 464 amp hours. Charge rate, we did 100%. We did 3-stage cycle for float. And that's what we did on that one. So the low battery cutout. So if this battery drops below 44 volts, the inverter will stop inverting power and stop sending out AC power. I think I can change it, but I'm going to probably call and ask the manufacturer if I can drop it down below. I know it says I can change it, but I don't see what they recommend if I can or not. Now let's go back up to our XW-MPPT80 charge controller. Hit that. Same thing. This didn't give us a spot for lithium ion, but it says if you are using lithium ion batteries off of this charge controller, you gotta select custom, so we select custom. If you look at it, you can do AGM, gel type, or flooded, or custom. We're custom lithium ion. Battery capacity is 464 amp hours. Everything's all the same. We just went over in the last set of settings. Now let's go look at our faults and see what we have. So we have a warning list. Let's check out the warning list. For the inverter, let's check that out. It says DC under voltage. We're aware of that. We're charging batteries now. Well, I believe once it gets above 44 volts, that fault will go away. Now let's go to our charge controller. Output UV warning. Looking at that. Look at the owner's manual. It talks about if it drops, the battery bank drops below 40 volts, that event will pop up. Once it gets back above 42 volts, it goes away. That's pretty much it. That's as far as we got on this so far. We're letting these things charge. So now let's go ahead and go over the cost of the entire system.
Okay, so real quick, before we jump into the cost of each of the components, we thought we would go over a couple of reasons why we decided that solar was a good choice for us. Do you want to start?
Yeah, a big thing for us is not being reliant on a power company. To bring us power, we got to pay them a monthly fee. So it's like a big self-reliance thing. We have solar installed. We don't give an easement to the power company to come into our property and do what they need to do. And so we just cut that out and went solar.
Another reason why was the cost to actually get electricity up here, because we did want to, weigh our options, and we were right that it was going to be very expensive for them to run it up here. It was going to cost $15,000 just to get the power up here. That didn't include the trenching that we would have to do ourselves,
and the pipe and setting all the boxes, doing all that stuff. I mean, the first 1,000 feet are free, then I think the next 1,300 feet would be on our dime, and that's for the cable and I guess all the labor, but not counting the labor to install the pipe for them to pull the wire through. So $15,000 plus that, I mean,
yes,
it's no brainer.
And then it was going to result in a monthly bill.
Yeah.
From there on out.
Correct.
And then any inconvenience, as Josh had mentioned, of us going down when the grid went down and them having rights onto our
property.
Land. Yes.
Yeah.
So keeping in line with the cost of the $15,000 for them running it up there, and then roughly a monthly bill being around $170 conservative based on the cost at our previous property. That was going to give us a total of $2,040 per year in electric bill to the power company. So we compare that to the cost of us paying for our own solar system, which was comparable to the cost for the electric company to run power up to us. Plus we will be getting a tax credit.
It's like a 30% tax credit at the end of the year. I'm not sure if it's still enacted for 2020, but I know from last year, or for this year when we bought it, it's still good. I believe this is the last year. It's a 30% tax credit. So
yes, so for us that was going to be around $4,500 that we will eventually get back.
Yep.
So if we put all of those numbers together, then our system is going to end up having paid for itself, you could say, in about 5 years' time.
Yeah, with monthly bills and then that tax credit and everything adds up, yeah, it's about, what, 5 years?
Yes.
5 years and it's paid for itself. So, I mean, it's a no-brainer on my end, and you agree?
Yes.
So.
And we will have to update or replace things here and there, like the batteries after, a certain amount of time. However, in the end, it's still beneficial to us to have gone with solar in the long run, financially and peace of mind wise.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that that is out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the cost of the actual components themselves. Let's start with...
It's written down, so we're looking at paper right now, so...
We have it all written down for you guys.
Numbers, all that.
We did round the numbers up, so we're not giving you like the little bits of change here and there, but we'll start with the major components.
Yes.
Okay.
We got 12 hand-wall solar panels. Each of those panels are 385 watts, and each panel is about 48 volts. So they're $228 each for a grand total of $2,743 for all 12 panels.
The combiner box, $95.
And that combiner box is where the solar panels wire up and go in, and then goes from the combiner box, goes back out into our inverter. That's the combiner box. The inverter is what takes the DC power and turns into AC power. That guy cost $2,655.
The power distribution panel was $595.
And that's what bolts underneath the inverter. So that's where all the wires come into and land on the breakers and all that good stuff. That's what that is.
The control panel, $210.
$210, that's that little push buttons, one-stop controls for the entire system. The battery monitoring system, $360 for that. That just monitors the batteries to show what state your batteries are in, how much is being used, what's being charged, how much voltage you got, the whole nine.
The Connex CommBox communication device was $189.
And that's what pretty much lets us monitor everything via the phone or computer. The charge controller, $1,195. That's where the DC power comes in and helps charge the batteries and makes it all work efficiently and properly, the whole nine. So all the miscellaneous parts and pieces, like the wire that goes from the panels to the combiner box, the lightning arrestor, all the miscellaneous breakers, fuses, all that small stuff, that was a grand total of $535. Now let's get to the stanchion. That's what all of our solar panels sit on. We got everything from the solar store except for the pipe. All the parts and pieces that, I guess, coupling everything together and all the bracing to put the panels on, that grand total for that from the solar store was $912. So the pipe that did not come from there, we had to source it out separately. We got a few prices everywhere, and the prices range from $980 to $1,400. So we went with the lowest guy, obviously, and paid $980 for 120 feet of 3-inch steel pipe.
So the shipping cost for everything that we got from the solar company totaled to be $570. They do give you the option to get a discount if you pay with certified check or if you wire them the money. You do not get the discount if you pay with
debit card or credit card, whatever have you.
Right. So we went ahead, we wired them money, and our discount resulted in $197.
$197.
I'm sorry, $197 being taken off of our total. Which, kind of real quick, let me jump to the questions about, are we sponsored or affiliated with them at all? No, we are not sponsored. We're not affiliated. You can thank us later for the free advertising.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I mean, you guys will get the discount, I assume, as well as we did if you pay with wiring them the money or...
And keep in mind too, all the solar stuff was all tax exempt, so we didn't pay any taxes on any of that stuff. So everything we gave you was the hard number of what it was with no taxes involved.
Yes. So. Okay, so now on to the batteries, which is our last item and
most expensive.
Yes, for a single, I guess you could say, item.
And the batteries we got, I mean, they're used Tesla batteries, Tesla Model S. For the power they have, they're extremely cheap versus a brand new battery that's not as powerful.
Yes.
So each battery cost us $1,200. So a grand total of that was $4,800 for those Tesla Model S batteries.
Yes, and we bought those off of a reputable seller, off of eBay, and I think we've mentioned before that we are going to be adding onto this system in the near future. So we'll probably eventually at some point be buying another 4 batteries or so.
Yeah. So what's the grand total we got?
Okay.
The whole thing added up, what's the total?
Drum roll, please. Grand total is $15,640.
So we got that cheaper than the electric company.
Running that electric up here would have been about $15,000, as we said, not including the cost to rent equipment, buy the pipe, and then the time and effort spent to actually dig it in all of ourselves, and then be left with a monthly bill from there on out.
Yes, but also keep in mind, we didn't calculate all our pipe coming this way and wire and all that good stuff. That's just, we gave you all the major solar components and the batteries, and that's pretty much it.
Yes.
We didn't talk about the pipe getting here and the wire, which wasn't that much money.
It wasn't, plus that's going to vary depending. I mean, we had quite a distance that we were running.
400 feet.
Some people put them on their roof or they have it like right next to their house, so that's going to vary. Yes. Also, just as a note, we're not telling you guys to go run out and get solar or saying that that's the best thing for you. We're just kind of explaining why it made sense for us. If you are right next to, you know, the source, then it's probably not going to make sense for you to run out and get solar. However, you know, there's also a lot of different reasons, as we had mentioned. It's not just financial, it's the independence and the peace of mind and just not having, you know, a company knocking on your door every month for that power bill. Yeah,
exactly right.
All right, guys, so shall we head inside and see how our charge is doing on our batteries?
Yeah, so sun's shining, so let's see what we got going on.
All right.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Yes! Yes!
Got power.
So we have full-time power now. This is a huge milestone for us and something that we have dreamed about and worked towards for a really long time now. Just, you know, putting our money towards a bigger picture rather than spending it on little things like, you know, Starbucks coffees or even going without cell phones for several years there, no cable TV, all that kind of stuff. Just those little things really added up and we were able to put it into savings and, you know, save up for something that was really important to us and really mattered. So I'm excited.
Yeah, so now we got full-time power. So our next step is getting that powerhouse turned into a well house on top of it. So we have running water hopefully next weekend. Full-time running water.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Turn that hose bib, got water going to our camper.
Yes, we are one step closer to a really nice shower.
Yeah, can't wait.
I know. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video and we'll see you next time.
Yep, see ya.
Today everybody's Crib Sunday?
Now.